everybody, this is your weekly horoscope for the week starting Monday the 15th of January, going through until Sunday the 21st of January 2018. And this is a really interesting week. It's a week of two halves. The first half of the week until Wednesday the 17th is really ruled by Capricorn, and it's all about taking action and being connected with your higher self, which will allow you to manifest the things that you want. And then the second half of the week is ruled more by Aquarius and Pisces, which has to do more with ideas and relationships and dreaming and going inward. So I'm going to give you a day-by-day rundown of what the energy is about and how you can make the most of it. Now, Monday the 15th is super productive. We've got a Capricorn moon. So the moon is the most sensitive part of you. It's how you feel internally. So if you just tune into yourself and you've got a Capricorn moon, you'll immediately feel very practical, goal-oriented, and you'll have a sense of self-belief that if I apply myself to these things, I can achieve them. So this Capricorn moon conjuncts Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury is the communication planet, and in Capricorn, it focuses on physical, tangible things. Work, making adjustments to your schedule, sorting things out with finances, all of the things that are practical and tangible. And that Mercury then sextiles Neptune, the dream planet, which is in Pisces. And Neptune is the water planet, Triton, king of the seas. And Pisces is also a water sign, very spiritual. So Neptune in Pisces is really able to transmit all of this intuitive information to you very well. So we've got a nice balance here between water and earth, water being the intuition and feelings, earth being practical action, all of those things that I just mentioned. So on Monday, you have the ideal combination of these two things. So the intuitive connection to your higher self and this practical can-do attitude. So you'll be able to get a lot done today. And this is really the definition of manifestation work. If you've read The Secret, which was this huge hit, it was very simplistic. It just said, think of a check coming through the door and it'll come through the door. It's unlikely, right? So I imagine a check for £1 million coming through my front door. Is it going to come through? No. The reason it won't happen is because, yes, the positive thinking and the manifestation work is super important. Think about this £1 million check, for example. And what then happens, the next step that The Secret didn't mention, is that you'll start to get intuitive messages and guidance in terms of what you can do to make that a reality. And when you actually listen to those things and take action on them and get practical and, roll up your sleeves and do something about it, that's when you can create the £1 million check coming through your door. So it's 3 steps. It's about visualizing and seeing it, then hearing and listening what actually is being said and what you can do about it to make it a real thing. And then finally, it's taking the action. So Monday is really great for that. Think it, dream it, do it, and you can achieve it. Tuesday, the 16th of January, we still have the moon in Capricorn, so still this practical attitude. It conjuncts the sun in Capricorn. The sun is the identity. It's really what strengthens you. So the moon, your feelings, and the sun, your identity and your power, both being in Capricorn, really allows you to get things done. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is also in Capricorn. So Venus in Capricorn is very simple, very kind of elegant, very no nonsense. She likes to shine. She likes to get things done in a no nonsense kind of way. And she's really very reliable and practical and consistent in her affections. So you'll know what you like to do. You know what you're interested in. It's not a big mystery. The moon then also conjuncts Pluto, the transformation planet, guess what, in Capricorn. And it also squares Uranus, the planet of rebellion, energy, electricity, and eccentricity. And that's in Aries, the sign of the ram, which is all about pushing things forward. So on Tuesday, the practicality of Monday is heightened by the addition of Pluto, the transformation planet, and Uranus coming into the mix, giving you even more strength and power to effect great change in all areas of your life, but particularly in the area of work. Because the Capricorn energy is so practical and it's always focused on, climbing this mountain and overcoming obstacles, that it's aligns itself best when you use it in the element of work or in the area of work in your life. Now on Wednesday the 17th of January, we've got the new moon happening in Capricorn at 18 minutes past 2 in the morning. And that's based on Greenwich Mean Time, UK time. I'll make a separate video on the new moon in Capricorn tomorrow, so have a look at that. We've also got an eclipse coming up at the end of the month, which is going to be interesting. Now, it happens at 2:18 a.m. UK time. So it's going to happen at 5 hours earlier if you're on the East Coast in the States, 8 hours earlier if you're on the West Coast. So it'll happen on the 16th, because you're 5 hours behind or 8 hours behind. If you're in Dubai or in Australia or New Zealand, it'll happen on the 17th, but later in the day. And again, just remember that these energies aren't like, on the dot at 2:18 a.m. Okay, the new moon is now in Capricorn, therefore I feel totally different. But what does happen is Monday, Tuesday, we've had this build-up of Capricorn energy. The new moon in Capricorn is the pinnacle and the coming together and the highest point of that energy, because the new moon is when the sun and the moon sit together, and the moon pulls in all of this energy to recharge itself and to get started on its next 30-day cycle. So loads of energy being pulled in. The moon then moves into Aquarius at 33 minutes past 8 in the morning. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, also goes into Aquarius. So things lighten up now because we're going from Earth, the element of Earth, and into the element of air, which is Aquarius. So on Wednesday the 17th, the new moon is the pinnacle of the Capricorn energy. So just remember that, because it will really give you the strongest level of being practical and grounded and getting things done. So Monday was already very productive. Tuesday, even stronger. Wednesday is now the top of that. So if you have things to do, if you've had things that you've put off, or if you felt tired or overwhelmed, or you haven't had enough hours in the day to get things done, load Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, really kind of put a lot of stuff in your schedule, because you'll have the energy to actually get these things done and to do them very well. Now with Venus and the moon going into Aquarius, later on in the day, you'll be more focused on new beginnings. So relationships with others, and curiosities, especially in the area of science and technology. So ideas will start to fizz and pop a little bit more, because Aquarius really likes new inventions and new ideas and new technologies and things which are going to affect all of humanity. So you'll become more interested in kind of innovations and new developments, that kind of stuff. Okay, now Thursday the 18th of January, we've got Mars in Scorpio, and this is where the week now changes. We're moving away from this Capricorn energy and we're going into water. So Mars is the male principle of drive and desire. That's in Scorpio. So Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the transformation planet. Scorpio is a wonderful sign because it's able to identify emotional truths and to look at them without being frightened and to transform those, whether they're pleasant or not. It trines Chiron in Pisces. Chiron is the wounded healer in the chart, and it's the part of the chart that you can really transform. And where you've been wounded, you can really become very strong and you can become an expert. So the fact that we have Mars in Scorpio, this really strong desire and this strong ability to feel things, and Chiron in Pisces means that you're going to be affected emotionally on some level on this day. The moon is still in Aquarius, so nothing to do with feelings, but higher realms and innovation and all of those things. And it squares Jupiter in Scorpio. So we've got more water, but Jupiter is the lucky planet. And Jupiter in Scorpio connected with this Aquarius moon is all about good luck coming via other people and your feelings. So on Thursday, there is the potential for someone from your past to reappear and for you to heal old wounds, but also to feel old wounds before you heal them. So it may be that an ex pops up or calls you, or you run into someone who you haven't seen for a year or two or something like that, and it creates an emotional response. So it's also a great day to make new and significant and long-term friendships or romantic relationships because of that moon in Aquarius and Jupiter in Scorpio square. Jupiter is the good luck planet of good fortune and success and growth. And that adds this extra element on top of it. So Thursday is interesting because you have the worst of times in terms of, oh my God, that relationship with that ex was terrible and this is how I felt. And now I have the potential to put that behind me and I have the opportunity to be with someone new. And I have hope for the future and I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Friday the 19th of January, we've got the moon going into Pisces at 28 minutes past 8 in the evening. So it's still in Aquarius for most of the day. Mercury is in Capricorn, the communication planet, still very practical and organized. But that sextiles Neptune in Pisces like it did earlier in the week, and Saturn in Capricorn. So now we're going back kind of a little bit to earlier on in the week, because usually the moon in Pisces would make you focus more on your inner world and give you the desire to kind of escape into a fantasy world of your own. But with this additional earth energy that we've got on Friday, it's balanced out and it creates a day that's ideal for manifestation work. So again, like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, dream it, listen to the guidance that you get, and then take action on it, and you'll be able to realize your hopes and dreams and realize your fantasies. Pisces is also very self-sacrificing and it's very nurturing and giving and interested in other people. So there is the element of romance and relationships associated with this. So earlier on in the week, it was about manifesting things in your work. And here on Friday, it's about manifesting the things that you want in your romantic life. Saturday, the 20th of January, the sun goes into Aquarius at 10 minutes past 3 in the morning. So happy birthday, Aquarius. The Pisces moon conjuncts Neptune in Pisces and sextiles Mercury in Capricorn. So it is Aquarius season now, with the sun really being in this sign. Everything to do with the exchange of information, ideas, learning, looking at the greater good, being a humanitarian and asking yourself, how can I be of service to other people? So you'll have a desire to learn and to connect with others. And that works really well with this ongoing ability that you've got throughout the week to tap into your own personal feelings, your higher self, your guidance, and to take the appropriate action in response to those feelings to manifest what it is you want. So if you want to make changes to your personal relationships, Saturday is the day to do it. So Friday started this energy of manifesting good things in your relationship life, but Saturday becomes even stronger and you can really achieve what it is you want in your relationship life. It could be that, on Thursday, this reappearance of someone in the past or from the past really kind of brings home to you what you're missing or what you don't want to recreate, or the kind of relationship that you're now looking for. And it kind of motivates you on Friday and Saturday to really think about those kind of things in your life, the romantic side of things, which isn't always a priority. We don't sit around every day and kind of pine about what could happen in our love lives. Sometimes you're focused on work, sometimes you're focused on family, sometimes you're just busy getting things done. It's not like we all sit around thinking about relationships all the time or looking for relationships, but Friday and Saturday it becomes a priority for you. And because it becomes a priority, we do have this water-earth combination, and that's the manifestation machine kind of churning out your hopes and dreams and allowing you to get the ideas together which help you act and bring those things into your real life. So if you get the message that, do you know what, Sandy invited me to that party on Friday night, I really don't feel like going, but maybe something good will come out of it. Go to the party, because it's really positive when it comes to meeting new people, finding new people interesting, and learning something about new people and starting a new relationship, for instance. And these aren't relationships which are just like, trivial and meaningless. These are significant long-term friendships or romantic relationships. Now, finally, on Sunday, the 21st of January, we've got the Pisces moon, very emotional, trining Jupiter in Scorpio, the lucky planet in the water sign of Scorpio, and then the male principle Mars in Scorpio. So Sunday is the day now where we just have all water and no earth. So Sunday, the final day of the week, is the emotional, spiritual, and imaginative day without this earthy energy to balance it out. That really allows you to dream and appreciate and to be filled with a sense of wonder in a very unpractical way. Rather than going out of yourself and doing something, it's about being receptive to beautiful, wonderful things. So go see something amazing, go on a hike, watch a sunset, or plan a romantic getaway. There's really the opportunity for you to be enchanted and delighted on an emotional level. So that's what I get for you here in this third week of January. I hope you have a wonderful time. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading. And in my readings, I use three things. I use the astrology, I use tarot, and I use numerology. And the astrology charts, I can draw up your birth chart by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify the chart. And rectification is basically a process where you send me 10 major life events. So when you graduated university, when you got married, when you had a child, when you got divorced, when you moved countries, when you got this first major new job, all of these really big, significant things. And by looking at those life factors, I can go through the charts and work out your time of birth. And once I've done that, the time of birth is a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. And it shows me why you've come back into this lifetime, so what your soul purpose is. It shows me what your vocational aptitudes are, so what you're going to be good at work-wise. So if you've been doing loads of different jobs and you still haven't figured out what your niche is, it might be that you've got a really strong balance between the different elements, fire, earth, air, and water, and it means that you can do pretty much anything. And people who have this balance often struggle to find that specific niche in terms of what they're supposed to do. So I can give you some guidance there in terms of what would work best for you in terms of your career. And I can look at everything else really as well. What's coming up in future. I can look at your love life, what things are your strengths there, what your weaknesses are, what you need to work on. And we can look at what's coming up in terms of your career, your finances, your family relationships, spiritual progress, health, anything at all. So if you're interested in that, then please do visit the website. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you next week.